Aquarius, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for your patience with this month's reading. Now, my readings are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you come across this, however that is, whenever that is, this message could resonate for you. It's a general message, so it may not as well, and that's perfectly okay. So I rolled my little astrological dice that I have here to see what we're going to be talking about for you. And the first dice came up as Pluto, 12th house, and the South Node. And actually, this is Leo, but I read it as the South Node. Interesting. And the second dice that I have came up as the first house, Mercury, and Taurus. And so I feel as though you were moving through something, you were working through something quite difficult actually, at a rather slow pace. You're thinking, but it's good. It's like methodical. And this is requiring maybe a little bit more patience on your part than you're used to. Now the South Node, well, it would have been something that you're working through karmically that maybe is about power and control, somebody else's wish for power and control, or even your own. But now that I see it's Leo, well, I feel like there's somebody who you're dealing with who has a lot of pride. Could be an aspect of yourself, but that pride and kind of I'm brave attitude, I don't know what that is, I'm brave, is what's making things confusing. Maybe someone's trying to be brave at the expense of being compassionate or kind, or maybe someone has so much pride that you're unable to really figure out their intentions or where they're coming from. I feel like you're dealing with someone who gets their ego, it's not bruised easily, but when it does happen, it's like I'm hearing a shockwave. So you're taking a methodical approach here to this communication with another. I think that's really good, Aquarius. So I'm going to pull out, I just saw 222. I'm going to pull out 3 cards, one for past, present, and future, and then we'll get into a more general reading with the tarot cards. Tell me about Aquarius's past, the Aquarius collective who are here in relationship to this reading, spirit guides. Okay, we'll take them. We have fire, memory. Then for the present, we have destruction. And in the future, we have grief. So something is coming down around you. And I feel like you're having kind of an emotional, maybe this is the shock wave. Something might be hitting you emotionally where it hasn't hit quite before. Whatever's being destroyed at this moment, it's a good thing because it no longer serves you. It's part of a pastime in which there was a lot of passion, excitement, perhaps even future planning and thinking. But in the present, all of that energy has become just a memory. Now, this could be with, I feel like we're talking about in relationship with another. It could be your career as well. Or maybe you're just transforming into a new cycle in your life and you're just letting some old energy go, some old way of being. Now, I do feel like in the future with the grief card, this is going to require you to, in order to let this go and to rebuild yourself after any sense of destruction, and I'm going to clarify what this destruction is. It's going to require you to take some time alone to really look at the cycles of this whole situation that you've been in. I feel like we're talking about something that you've been involved in kind of in a long term. Okay, let's see here. Let's pull the tarot out. Spirit guides, thank you for those messages. Can you please clarify here? You're ready for whatever this is. You're ready for this change. I feel like you do have a vision. It's interesting because I look at these cards here. fire in the past and destruction in the present. It's like kind of the same color scheme design thing going on here. And it's like whatever was in the past that really made you feel passionate, it's changing its form. Like it's no longer the same, but it doesn't mean that it's like you can't destroy energy. It's like that passion won't be destroyed. Maybe this is the love you felt for someone, and you need to know that you are going to feel that kind of love again. Or maybe this is passion in a relationship and you're working on revitalizing that. But in order to do whatever this is all about for you, something does need to be destroyed here. The Tower and the Eight of Wands. See what I mean? It's still going to be here even when the Tower hits. Tell me more, Spirit. Two of Cups and the Tower. For many of you, this is about a partnership with someone. And I feel like this is someone who either cares about you deeply or you to them, or both ways. What are we talking about, Spirit guides? Tell me Aquarius's current energy, please. The High Priestess. So you are being quiet about something that you know, something that you found out. You should also know that you're highly protected. And whatever is happening now with you, I'm hearing this, I want you to know that this is part of your destiny. This is part of your path forward. I feel like two people might not be really seeing eye to eye with something, or they didn't in the past. But whatever this is about for you, Aquarius, trust your intuition, because with the High Priestess coming out for your card, your energy in it, like, you know, in an intuitive tarot reading, this means that you already know what's going on. Okay, so this message should only really confirm your feelings rather than tell you anything new. I mean, there might be some new insights, but overall, you do know the truth of a situation. If you feel like you kind of do, but you're not sure, then the secret here is to be quiet. Tell me more about how to tap into this intuition. The Moon, Taurus in the first house. When you're thinking methodically, or you're going over everything, I don't know what that is. Going with everything, maybe you're going along with something someone is saying, so that you can hear what they're actually saying, something like this. But when you're thinking slowly, or you're putting the pieces together, not in a place of being frantic or, you know, feeling, I'm hearing combustion, okay, so feeling attacked or feeling reactive, but when you're actually thinking slowly, calming your mind, calming your thoughts, trying to make sense of something, and also to communicate in a very calculated, careful way. And I don't mean calculated like manipulative. I mean calculated that you're choosing your words wisely, very wisely with the High Priestess. So when you're doing all of this, with the Moon showing up, what this is telling me is you need to simultaneously, as you're speaking to someone or as you're thinking about something, to reflect on how it is that it makes you feel. To think this way, to speak this way. What do you feel in your body in those moments? Is there a fear that you might have over this kind of very slow communication? There could also be a question of money coming up here. But it's not money really, it's security. Do you feel secure in your partnerships? And if you're not in a partnership, do you feel more secure now than you did in the past? These are important questions for you to ask in order for you to follow your intuition. Let's find out more about this destruction, Spirit. Eight of Wands. Okay, we saw that before. Incoming energy. What is this energy going to do? Five of Pentacles. This is a little bit of a shock, I feel. The Naked Heart. It's almost like, Aquarius, somebody's telling you, Seven of Swords in reverse, how they really feel about something or how they really feel about you. And it's almost like you knew it all along, but you're not really expecting it. And then when it comes, it just hits you in your heart space. But I feel like it's going to be tough. It might not feel good. But overall, it kind of, I'm seeing something like breaking apart. It like breaks a wall of silence. It breaks a guard somebody had up. It's like honest, naked, real communication about something that has gone wrong here. I feel like there will be some reflecting on the past. I do feel like there's a conversation here. Or, yeah. Tell me more. Is there a conversation? The Tower, the Sky Father, which is the Emperor. I do feel like if you want to have a conversation with someone that reveals, the truth of someone's feelings, including your own, you can do this, but you're going to have to lead the way here. It's like if you don't want this to happen, I don't feel like it's going to take place. How do I say this? The ball's in your court kind of thing. Even if this person comes towards you, which it kind of looks like the energy is moving towards you here with the Eight of Wands, it's up to you whether you want to receive it and listen to it and respond to it or shut it out. And I feel like if you listen and respond and receive it, it will feel like a tower, right? Destruction. But it will show you where the vulnerability is in something. It will expose someone's true feelings, maybe even your own to yourself. Okay, let's find out what the grief is. This is for Aquarius. Grief. The Lovers. Okay. Clearly, this is about a relationship for someone. It doesn't have to be romantic. Well, either a relationship is changing, and that change might feel difficult, painful, or a relationship is ending, and this is something that you need to grieve. Can you tell me more about this? King of Cups and the Three of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Remember I said in the beginning, this is part of your destiny. This is part of your fate. It is. Now the Three of Swords is in reverse, okay? And the reason why it's in reverse, which means to me that you've already kind of processed some of the pain. And now it's really, it is like a matter of, do you want to, or do you feel you need to continue the grief, or do you feel like you're done? But the reason why it's in reverse is because you're the High Priestess. What do I say about that? You already saw where this was going from the beginning. Yes, the Sage. You saw where this was going. Okay, so in some ways it feels like a relief, and in other ways it's difficult. But for those of you who are in a relationship with someone, and it's not about like breaking up or leaving this person, then this is like really entering a new, honest phase of a relationship. An honest phase. And I feel like this honest phase requires both of you to be kind of your own person more than a partnership before you can come back together. I don't know exactly what that means for everyone, but it's like allowing each person to really develop, I'm hearing, their own skills, talents, and profession. Tell me about this other person that we're talking about. Tell me about the other person and the connection. What's their current energy? Also, when you grieve this, right? And so when we think about grief, we usually go to sadness. But remember, there's other stages too. Like there's denial, there's bargaining. It's like bargaining with yourself or maybe another that things will change, that kind of idea. There's anger. So there's a whole bunch of, some say there's 7, other people say there's 5, but there's a whole range of emotions that we go through when we're grieving something. And if you're in a long-term commitment, you could be grieving, the honeymoon stage. And that doesn't mean things aren't going to get better. It just means that something has changed. Something has transformed here. For some of you, this is letting go of someone. Okay? Tell me about this other person's energy, Spirit. Tell me about this other person's energy for Aquarius. Movement of Swords in reverse and the Heart of Swords in the upright. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You don't have to be. I say that because the Panther here, Panther/Jaguar always reminds me of Cancer because I did a reading for them once where that came up. 4 of Wands. Yeah, this is a commitment here that you have with someone. Could be a soulmate connection even for some of you. But this person's energy is well thought out. So whatever they're going to say to you, whatever they're going to deliver to you quickly, whatever energy comes in, it might feel rash. It might feel like an emotional reaction to something, but it's not. This person has been thinking for quite some time on what they want to say, how they want to say it. They've been weighing the pros and cons, thinking about, the consequences. And because you are so connected, the two of you, this is partly why you can feel and why you know what's coming, because you can feel their energy. And what you're feeling there is that they do know. They do know what they're about to say, or they do know what they're the truth of something. 6 of Swords in reverse. Wow. For some of you, this is someone telling you that they want to keep working on things with you here. For some of you, this is someone telling you, like, I know we're going to fight, and I know there's going to be lots of arguments involved here. We may not be perfect. There might be some battles along the way, but they're happening because I want to move forward with you. Okay, it's like, you can't sweep anything under the rug anymore. It's like, let's get it all out on the table, have those difficult conversations here so we can move forward. So why does this feel like a Tower moment? Well, I feel like someone's going to tell you something, like a truth about something. Movement of Cups, 10 of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. What's the 10 of Wands? The Hangman in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. Somebody here has been trying to figure themselves out, okay? Trying to see something from a different perspective, perhaps themselves, but they've been pretty stuck. I also feel like you are connecting to someone who feels pretty sad about something. And the reason they can't express their love to you or be open with you is because they've been really holding on to this energy of trying to figure something out or trying to gain wisdom. I feel like it's a personal journey. Of course, it could be in connection to you, but now they're letting this go. And it's like they're telling you this, But for some reason, when they tell you, like, either they want to work something out with you, or they're, whatever, they're ready to move on to the next stage of the relationship with you, for some reason, that's actually going to hurt. And it's going to expose something that maybe destroy some illusion, maybe, or destroy a barrier, a boundary, a wall, whatever you decide. It's your reading, right? But it's going to hit you in a way that doesn't exactly feel great. Maybe this person's truth, when they say it, will be what you need to know, what you need to hear to know that you don't want to move on with them, that you are done with the relationship, that you have healed. And then for others of you, you realize there is going to be a lot of work to be done here. One more about the grief. I am going to do an extended, and we'll get more into this person's feelings, their intentions, their actions. We'll try to get more specific here. There'll be way less people, so it should be easier with the energy. Tell me more about the grief. Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is going to throw you a little bit off balance here, because I feel like it's interesting, Aquarius, because you knew this was coming. You knew something had to be said, or had to be discussed, or something was going to be revealed to you. I'm hearing it was only a matter of time. But when it does, it's like, oh shit, here it is. Here it is. And now we need to really figure out what's going to happen. And I do feel like the choice is yours here with this person. Okay, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I'm going to go into the extended now, but if this is where you leave, I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.